Get started here. I'm going to ask Mr. Battles if he would please to lead us in prayer and our pledge at this time.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for this blessed day and for this blessed week and this blessed year. For we know that God has given us all the things that we need in godliness and holiness and love and peace during this Yuletide season because of our knowledge of Him. Let it be spread to all of the people so they could feel the hopes and the dreams of the people as we move into a new year. Bless this country as we go through impeachment and we go through all the ramifications that has a significant impact on the quality of life for our young people who are here today. And God, we pray that you continue to bless me. On Sunday, I'll be 74 years old, and I just thank you for giving me life because you only promised 10, and I appreciate what you've done. In the name of Jesus, amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, this December the 16th, 2019 school board meeting will come to order. By the way, happy pre-birthday, Mr. Battles, okay?
I feel it.
That's okay, all right? Okay. All right. Do I hear a motion for approval of prior minutes?
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to approve the prior minutes like that. All in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Do I hear a motion for the agenda adoption?
So moved.
All right, we have a motion and a second to approve the agenda adoption for today. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Announcements. Mr. Threadgill, I'm going to start with you first. Any announcements today?
No, sir.
Okay. Mr. Harwell.
No, sir.
Mr. Battles.
I just want to say Merry Christmas to everybody. I just want to give a special accolade to Dr. Bracken and the work that she and the superintendent do to make this school run efficiently. On this past weekend, they had the Parade of Three on Dolphin Island Parkway. And Wilson was a major factor in that parade, thanks to my supervisory capacity people here at the board. So Dr. Bracken, I take my hat off to you for the work that you do and what you hold for the public school system for the future.
Okay. Dr. Foster.
I'd like to thank those responsible for everything you see on the table here, all of the decorations. It's really, really nice and real festive, to use one of Robert's words. Very festive, as a matter of fact, and we certainly appreciate it, and it certainly helps to get us in the Christmas spirit.
I would also like to concur that wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and very appreciative of everything that you see here. They did a wonderful job, and it certainly puts you in the Christmas spirit. I'd also like to add that I've been to several Christmas programs that have been put on throughout the system, and I'm sure there'll be more this week, and they were wonderfully done. Also got a chance to speak this Saturday at Denton Magnet School. They had the elementary robotics competition, and there were 15 teams there. Is that correct, Michelle? Did I get that right? And it looks like they all had a wonderful time, and we're looking for that to grow also. So I think we have a lot to be blessed about this time of the year. So let's go on to reports and recognitions. Ms. Phillips?
I'd like to call forward Mr. Battles and Eichhold Mertz Principal Michelle Dubose Adams, and I do believe she's brought some of her students and staff. So if you all want to stand up here. Hang out over there. Okay, you stand there for a minute. Okay. I get to tell principal where to go. Okay, so today we have the privilege of recognizing one of our schools for receiving the highest award given by the U.S. Department of Education to both public and private schools. Eichhold Mertz School of Math, Science, and Technology was one of only 6 schools in Alabama to receive the National Blue Ribbon Award, and it was recognized recently in Washington, D.C. for its overall academic excellence. So let's give them a round of applause for that. So for the last 2 years, Eichhold Mertz has earned perfect scores of 100 on the state report card. It serves students from 5 different continents who speak 16 languages. The school emphasizes hands-on math and science projects, experiments, and demonstrations that keep students engaged. Every student at the school spends 45 minutes a day in a science, math, or technology lab or the school's outdoor classroom. Regular professional development for the faculty is an emphasis at the school, as teachers at the school are constantly improving their craft. Receiving the blue ribbon is a fantastic accomplishment, but there's even more. From all of the 360 blue ribbon schools nationwide, 10 principals were selected as the top educators in the entire country. That includes Eichhold Mertz principal Michelle DeBose Adams, who received the Terrell H. Bell Award for Outstanding Leadership. Ms. DeBose Adams has been a principal for more than 20 years in Mobile County. She received this award for the vital role she has played in guiding her students in school to excellence. She has also been recognized by the University of South Alabama and the Mobile City Council, which declared November 5th as Michelle DeBose Adams Day throughout the city of Mobile. So we've known it's a wonderful school and that she's fantastic. Now the whole country knows. Congratulations to the school, the students, the faculty, and to Ms. DeBose Adams. I'll turn it over to you.
Well, my little conversation today is very minimum, but I'm just so proud of Michelle because of her steadfastness in the education process. But also, you set the standard. You set the standard for which our people can look up to and aspire to. But you, who are the support people, you know, I tell all of my principals, unless you support your support people, you can't make it. You have to recognize the input that those people who stand in the background and don't be recognized get all of it. So Michelle, to you, we're going to present this certificate to you. And the Mobile County Public Schools Certificate of Recognition is awarded to the Eichhold Mertz Magnet School of Math, Science, and Technology National Blue Ribbon School. So this is not specifically just for Michelle, this is for the whole group. So when y'all get back to school, don't let her tell her that she's the one. So, but we present this to you on behalf of the Board of School Commissioners, and we continue to wish you all the success in the world because it's leadership that develops great fellowship. And Merry Christmas to you and to your whole school.
Yes, sir.
And here, now this is presented as a certificate of recognition. Okay, don't let me get shorted now. I'm trying to keep the bell of hope, huh? Renee, you ain't remind me about all of that.
She didn't know.
All right. But anyway, this certificate is presented to Michelle DeBose Adams, the Terrell H. Bell Award for Outstanding School Leadership. And we hope that this will transpire to all of our principals throughout the system so that you could be the leader in trying to show what the standards are. But more importantly, though, I want to recognize my students because you are the beneficiaries of something that's going to last way longer than I am. So to all of the students and all the teachers here, we just want to say congratulations on behalf of the superintendent and our deputy superintendent and the Board of School Commissioners.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you.
I want to say something.
Thank you. Again, as Mr. Battle said, this is not about me. This is about the people who I work with. And I would like to introduce to you the finest faculty and student body you'll ever see in your life. And here they are. We brought student council with us and some of our other winners, such as our red ribbon winner, Mr. Andres Gonzalez Espana, our spelling bee participants, winner and alternate, our alternate, Mr. Donnie Barrett, our winner, Mrs. Violet Borchard, and our student council officers, beginning with President. Let me introduce to you Miss Olivia Watson. Our Vice President, you know I'm gonna forget. Our Vice President is Donnie Barrett. He's here in two capacities. Our secretary is not here with us, but our treasurer who holds the money, she is Mackenzie P. Ryan. Our historian, Miss Renata Gonzalez Espana. And we also brought another special member with us today, Mr. Coleman Threadgill. And so I thank you. Thank you for coming. You see behind them and behind me, our lab teachers. They do everything you could possibly imagine, but most importantly, they instruct our students, and they make sure that our teachers have what they need to impart our standards. Our mathematics teacher, Miss Marsha Arterson. Outdoor classroom, Ms. Lori Bennett. Our general science instructor, Ms. Doris Turner. And our technology instructor, Ms. Sonia Bryant. I thank you so very much. I'm telling y'all, this I show merch right here. Thank you. Or at least a piece of them.
Can we scoot the students down a little bit in front of you guys, and then I think over this way will be good, yeah. Right there. Such a big crowd, and then Mr. Battles. Right here. 1, 2, 3, smile.
How's the ball ticket going?
Good.
Now,
All right, you all right?
Doug, don't you get that gone? Hey,
Thank you, Ms. Allen. Don't forget the bell.
hey, don't forget your bell. I was didn't want you to
No,
get
she
that
needs to
gone.
leave that bell
No,
for
no,
me.
no, 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 she needs to take that to her school, okay? Absolutely.
Mr. Stringfellow, if we start, can I say something?
Yes, sir, go right ahead.
Make sure. Before we get started with our business, we got a guest with us, and I just wanted, I know each of y'all got to introduce up Mr. Dr.,
Crenshaw.
what's the one that's late? Dr. Crenshaw. Yeah. So, Mr. Brown, Donnie Brown, if you would you stand up just so the board can see you? This is Mr. Donnie Brown. He's the guy that we're working with for the Alabama Pecan, the property out there. Just wanted to recognize him in the board meeting today, and I appreciate you
Brown.
being by here today.
Mr. Brown, can you just come on up so these people can see you on this side, sir? We want to make sure you don't back up on your word.
Well, and I'll kind of give everybody kind of a little thing. What we're doing is, Mr. Brown's, him and his family are donating some property to the school board. And, he's worked with us. It's gonna be a miracle, baseball field. It's called a Miracle Field. And, we're also trying to do, another school there that we're working on. Kind of not a whole lot of details about that right now, but, we appreciate what you're doing. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Brown.
Glad to
I
have you, Mr.
recognize you
Brown.
today. Appreciate you coming.
Okay, thank you, sir. All right, we're going to move along now. Mr. Superintendent, do we have any citizens' requests?
No, sir, we don't.
It's only
Okay, good. Then we'll move forward to the action items. Mr. Threadgill?
All right, before we get into the action items, there are some changes from the work session. On the action item 18 through 26, we've already vetted those action items, but they were in the consent agenda, so we're moving them to the action items. We've already vetted those items, but we're moving them because they were 5,000 and above. We also have added action item 27. That's what Mr. Harwell just got through discussing, is the Alabama Pecan Development Company. We've already discussed it. They're donating some land, 25 acres, to house a Miracle Field and eventually a special needs school on that property. So we've added that action item 27, and we've also added action item 35, is the approval of the salary schedule. And before we go any further, I want to go ahead and make a statement. I know Mr. Harwell has been advocating and pushing to receive the, 1.5 raise. And, we will, as I looked at the finances and what it would cost us with the 4% plus the step raise, I don't think it will be feasible at this point. So I will not be recommending a step raise. I would also like to talk about the salary schedule. We have a lot of issues as it pertains to our salary schedule. We have different groups that are underpaid based on demographics and different areas. So what we're going to do, we're going to form a committee, a salary schedule committee, to look at our salary schedule comprehensively, holistically. Every year we have complaints on our salary schedule, and we do have some issues as it relates to our salary schedule. So it's time for us to start doing something about it. So we will form this committee, and I should have some options to the board sometime in the spring as we research, looking at different subgroups and different groups who are underpaid. So it's going to take us some time to do that research. So I will bring something to you all in the spring. I would also ask that Mr. Hartwell join that committee since he's been advocating for that raise. He has so much insight as it relates to the salary schedule. So I would ask that Doug Hartwell and perhaps one other join that committee. Any questions, comments?
Well, thank you, Mr. Hartwell. Thank you, Mr. Threadgill. Okay, we'll go ahead and start with the action items, Mr. Threadgill.
All right, action item, if I can see, action item G1, the Mobile County Commission at Scarborough Middle School, providing funds to be applied to the cost of technology equipment for classroom use. That's Mobile County Commission funds for $29,180.63. I ask that you approve action item G1.
Mr. Chairman.
Dr. Foster?
We have vetted these, and I'd like to ask that we approve items 1 through 1 through 15.
Second.
All right, we have a motion to approve action items G1 through 15, and we have a second. Any further discussion? All right, all in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. Mr. Threadgill?
Yes, sir. Action item G16, supplemental pay for department heads. I ask that you approve the supplement pay for department heads. Action item G16.
Mr. Chairman,
Sir?
I recommend approval for 16 through 35, but 35 is not on our list, but he did add that.
Second.
Okay. We have a motion to approve action items G16 through 35, which is not listed but has been explained. And we have a second. Any further discussion? All right, all in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries.
Okay, on to the consent.
Yes, sir.
All right. H1, Good Sports, the donation of 8 PE kits. It's coming out of grant funds, so I don't think there's a cost associated with it. That's H1, Good Sports, to donate 8 PE kits.
Okay, do I hear a motion?
Mr. Chairman,
Sir?
in much as we've vented all items H1 through 17, offer motion that we approve such.
All right, we have a motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve consent agenda items H1 through 17.
That's correct.
Okay, any further discussion? All right, all in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. All right, we go to student expulsions. I don't think we have any, Mr. Thread.
I don't think we have any.
No, sir, that's good news right
Good.
there. The next two are just information items, the monthly financial statement and the purchase orders of 5,000 and over. Any questions about those, gentlemen? Okay, next we'll go to our attorney-client privilege. Mr. Counselor?
I sent the board 2 emails, one on the 10th and one on the 15th regarding proposed suspension agreements for the board to consider.
Mr. Chairman,
Sir?
offer motion to concur with the recommendation of attorney relevant to matters sent via email.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and then a second to approve the recommendations of the attorney in these 2 cases. Any further discussion? All right, all in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. Okay. Next, schedule of meetings.
No, sir, I don't know of any.
Oh, Mr.
We haven't been able to settle it yet.
So that would be on the 18th, is that correct?
Wednesday of this week at 9 o'clock here.
Wednesday, 9 o'clock. And we're still trying to push it. I think both sides want it done, but,
Ms. Holly, can you keep us updated on that, please, ma'am, if you would? Any other meetings, or Terrence, any student hearings or whatever? And this pretty much would wash us for the Christmas break, Mr. Thread.
Yes, sir.
That's correct. Okay.
Mr. Stringfellow, if I may,
Yes, sir.
I would ask that Ms. McClung come up and explain the gifts that you have on your
Please.
table.
Ms. McClung?
So we do have a virtual academy in one of our high schools, and as well, right now, one of the initiatives of TLA to re-engage our teachers with professional development. We're trying to give some short bursts of professional development on skills. For example, with math, we know that our 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade teachers need lots of short bursts of PD on what they're going to be teaching in the next week. So one of our proposals that we're doing is have a virtual reality PD where we can portal them into a room and we can show a 3 to 5 minute clip of a lesson well developed and moderate a discussion on that lesson that's aligned to the pacing that they will be teaching in the days coming. So that's one way too that we can reach when we have 400 or 500 teachers at grade level. It'll allow us to reach more teachers and save money for them to travel to come to PD. But that's going to be part of our blended PD model. We wanted you to have that experience with virtual reality so you can see how engaging it is. And so we got you all an Oculus Go, a virtual reality headset, and we'll be on hand to help you set it up as you need. So it's a lot of fun, and I think that you'll enjoy it.
Where we gonna set it up at? At home or what?
You can set it up here, we'll stay and help you set it up here or at home, just whatever, however you'd like.
Thank you very much. I think that's a really big thing because I've seen at some of our schools, some of those virtual reality sets that they have purchased now, and I think that's a big part of our technology future, working with kids and so forth. I just wish that I'd had some of those kind of things when I taught back at the first of the century, I guess.
Hey, can they, once they get them, can they come here and y'all help them set it up? Okay,
Okay, all right.
Michelle Collier and I will be happy to
okay.
Who-
on hand today.
Remind me,
who-
let me
who
know
else-
when that happens so I can put it on video.
Who else was going to be able to help?
Michelle Collier and I will be happy to.
Okay, all right. Dr. Backens, did you have something you want to say?
We have the attorney one as well.
Okay.
You got one for him? He paying for his?
Okay. And
I already have some.
And Mr. Threadgill, I'd like to say, and I failed to do this when in the announcements, but when I was at the robotics competition this Saturday, I saw several of our senior senior staff there helping and assisting it, from supervisors to assistant superintendents, and they gave up of their time to come out there and help supervise that and organize it, and I greatly appreciate that, and I think it'll pay benefits for us. So thank everyone. I promise you I will forget somebody's name, but I want to make sure that we thank them for that.
Mr. Chairman, I'll add that we want to thank whoever provided the beautiful decoration here. Thank you very much, man. Put you in Christmas spirit.
I'd like them to come decorate my house, that's for sure. Okay, all right, motion for adjournment,
So moved.
okay?
Second.
Okay, you got beat, okay. All right, we have a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor, say aye. Aye. We're adjourned.